rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May God's peace, blessing, and compassion be upon you all. First of all, I would like to offer my love and support for all those who are lost, all those who lost loved ones in Christchurch, New Zealand. I also extend this to all other senseless acts of violence, of terrorism, wherever it occurs. Quite simply, such acts are not reflective of any civilized religion or secular society. There can be never any place for such acts, and it can never be justified. Accordingly, in the strongest possible terms, on behalf of our diverse Muslim community here in Queensland, Australia, I would like to condemn all extremist acts of violence towards minorities, towards women, and all of humanity. Distinguished guests, every day is a new opportunity for hope. For humanity, our main objective must be to promote a love and peace. It must be a just love and a just peace. A love and peace that respects cultures, linguistics, and religious plurality and diversity, in which there is a fair love and fair peace that satisfies all of humanity. Our thoughts and our prayers are with those who have been impacted in Christchurch and also in other parts of the world experiencing injustice and violence in all corners of our planet. Be it the victims of the senseless epidemic of gun crimes in the United States of America, to the atrocities and conflicts that are reported in Africa and the Middle East. For many of the victims in Christchurch may not have been the place where they were born. In fact, for many, New Zealand was their choice. The place they actively came to, they committed themselves to. The place they were raising a family, where they were part of communities who loved them and they loved. It was a place that many came for its safety, a place where they were free to practice their culture and their religion. Distinguished guests, with the events in Christchurch, New Zealand, the current local political climate, election seasons, the vilification of races and minority groups in the media, the increase of bigoted extreme views from people rising into power, all indicate to us that we are going through some of the most complex social, political challenges in our lives as Australians. There are many lessons we can learn from our trans-Tasman family, from the treatment of the indigenous people to the treatment of minorities. Today, as Logan stands together, shows the demonstrated support and recognition of our leaders from Logan City Council and our government. It also symbolizes the evolution of our multi-faith and diverse society. Our diverse society's coexistence towards a more respectful cross-cultural exchange and harmony. This has been a great step forward for humanity. We must not be complacent, and we must not undermine these efforts. No to the dog whistling, no to the division, yes to peace, and yes to solidarity. We can and we must. Today, we are delighted to see the diversity in individuals leaders from various organizations in solidarity. It shows audiences that the faith and non-faith leaders do have respect for each other. That religions are not in constant war, but rather religions indeed promote love, respect, and friendship. These challenging moments demand the goodness in all of us, to stand together on common platforms and not only tolerate, but to show profound respect for each other regardless of our differences, where our selfish interests are less of a priority and the needs of our community as a whole comes first. We can only do this when we embrace one another, respect our differences, and show the care and support for each other that we do show to our own. Such tragic events should not only be the catalyst that brings us together. Collectively, we have that goodness that can change lives. The goodness that can change systems to make great positive changes and differences in our society. We all have the potential within us. But how do we put this into